Okay, puppy, what do you think? Good morning, Jennifer. We're popping back on live here. Today is a travel day. You know, the next couple days are going to be travel days. Whoops. Yikes. I don't think there's any way I'll make it to the Florida Keys tomorrow. I don't think there's any way. No, especially since I'm going to take Route 17 through North Carolina. Yeah, there's no way I'll make it there tomorrow. I mean, I suppose if I really just hopped out to I-95 and just floored it and did it, I could make it to the Keys tomorrow, but I don't want to do that. Back on the road again. Yep. Had a nice little stop there at the Wicomico County Travel Center. Yes, and she did. So that was perfect. So I just uploaded a video saying I'm very pro Wicomico County Visitor Information Center. That was fantastic. They were super nice and they gave me some real paper, awesome old-fashioned maps of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. So I'm very pleased. Yeah, and Bagel got to run around, so she was fine. I let her off the leash. It was a big field. She got to run around, so. Yeah, it was that. Kelly, thank you for sending me the address. I think Lori also sent me the address of the dog park. I actually pulled off to put the address into the GPS, and I'm like looking at this beautiful park right there with nobody in it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to let Bagel run around here. So thank you for looking that up, map team. HR team hooking in for the map team there. So yeah, just north of Salisbury, there's a little visitor information center. Clean bathrooms, nice staff. She answered all my questions, freely gave up all the maps I needed. So I have some nice real paper maps now, which is nice. And then, yeah, that's just awesome. So, and Bagel had a place to run around. And a bunch of Canadian honkers came over to see Bagel and honked at Bagel. That video's uploading like right now, I think. So that's what we call a nice stop. Thank you. On live. Probably for most of today, to be honest with you. Assuming the signal's okay. Thank you. Bagel enjoys being on camera, especially when she's running around outside. She did. Bagel had a good little run there. And the video I'm uploading right now, there was some Canadian geese, some Canadian honkers, I call them, that came over to honk at Bagel when she was getting her feet wet. She is just in the back seat. I do not put a seatbelt on her in the back seat. No, I don't. She's 70 pounds. She's big girl for a crate. Big girl. Yeah, she doesn't need a crate. I mean, I had her in a crate for the first, I don't know, basically year and 10 months of her life or something. Year and 8 months or something. I don't think I'll get a crate. And she usually slept in the crate, but I don't think this time down in Florida, I don't think I'll get a crate. I think she'll be fine. She can sleep up on the bed with me. Ah, Maryland's finest, right there on the left. Cops. I do not need to meet Maryland's finest today. Yeah, she's 70 pounds. I like calling her a big girl. I say, you're a big girl. Really, Meredith? You mean I can't meet someone on like the first date and say, you're a big girl? That wouldn't go over very well, I guess, I'm thinking. Or actually, it could even be worse if I like did it in the dog voice. Who's a big girl? Who's the big girl? I can just imagine somebody's face just like turning red with anger. Who's a big girl? Who's a big girl? I would never do that. Perfect gentleman. That's almost like something that would be done on like a prank TV show, and I don't like those prank TV shows. I don't. Yeah. Who's a big girl? Are you a big girl? Who's the big girl? That's funny. Yeah, that's like the Ohio joke. Although I would never ever say who's a big girl on a date. That's just a joke. The Ohio joke I actually will like I've used. Check out the hey, on a drastic change, check out the tree colors on the right here. We're gonna get into some nice foliage here in North Carolina, I think. Virginia, North Carolina. And the Ohio joke I will use again. That joke is primed and ready to go at a moment's notice. The only thing I need for the Ohio joke is, well, someone from Ohio. Hello, Yvette. Welcome to some online driving here. We just had a very nice stop at a tourist information center just north of Salisbury, Maryland. Yes, another very nice day for driving. Oh, this town is named Princess Anne. Even Anne is spelled correctly, Anne. We've reached your town, Princess Anne. Yeah, but it did like rain and cool off in the Texas area, I think. Oh, there was a nice brick sign in the middle there. It said, "Welcome to Princess Anne." Ooh, gas is pretty cheap right there, $3.09. Let's keep going a little bit. It's going to be crystal clear going across the bridge, which will be nice. Yeah, I'll definitely fill up in South Carolina. I'm just not close enough to South Carolina. I'm hovering a little bit over a quarter tank, and I think I definitely want to fill up before I cross the big bridge. Kate, that's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. It's like 20 miles long or something. 17 miles long, the bridge. An incredible feat of engineering. You know, this is, I shouldn't say we're in Princess Anne. Princess Anne Town Village is off to our left here. So. But that's a nice name for a town. Where do you live? Princess Anne. Oh, you live in Princess Anne? Yeah. I live in Princess Anne. That's nice. Sounds good. Oh, catching a few lights here. Where do you live? Princess Drive in Princess Anne. Sounds so nice. I don't know, once we hit the little Virginia, the very tip of the Delmarva Peninsula here, I don't know if I'm going to go into Cape Charles. I like Cape Charles, I do. It's just sort of like the middle of the day, there won't be much to do. I have to time this sometime when I can stay overnight in Cape Charles. That's what I really want to do. They have that cool little hotel. Is it Cape Charles or Port Charles? I think it's Port Charles. Port Charles or Cape Charles? Port Charles. Port Charles is a fake place. It's Cape Charles. Cape Charles, thank you, Yvette. Port Charles is the name of a fake town for a soap opera, I believe, isn't it? What soap opera takes place in Port Charles? Port Charles is soap opera. Yeah, don't ask me how I knew that. General Hospital. Oh, jeez. Cape Charles, Port Charles, just a nuance. That's just a nuance. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the phone down for a second here, and I'm gonna take the cover off the phone. Starting to heat up in the sun. Hang on, everybody. There we go. When the sun going live heats up my phone, and especially when it's up on the sun. Safe travels to you, Kate. Yes. My 3-hour drive. Yeah, I'll be on later. I think I'll be on most of the day here. So if I take the cover off the phone, it cools off a little bit. Yeah, I really like this area of Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware, of southern Delaware. I'm not sure why, but I just kind of like it. I like it. Just kind of farming communities and such, but I just find that I enjoy the drive so much. And I do like Cape Charles a lot. Kind of. I think I'm on like slow mode for looking around in the Keys right now. I think once I'm down there and settled in a little bit, then I'll start looking a little more seriously. But I mean, the condo is fine. You know, the condo is fine. And it's cheap. You know, buying a house down there is expensive. 59 degrees in Maryland, going into Virginia. Yep, I'm glad to be... I saw that cold front coming into New England, and yeah, I'm just glad I got out. That's exactly why I left when I did, to beat that cold front. Actually, you know what? I started the day in shoes. I'm not into sandals yet, but you know what? I think tomorrow morning is probably the big day when I switch over to sandals. The sooner I switch over to sandals, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Me too, Celeste. The sooner I can ditch the shoes and socks, the better. I mean, it's 59 degrees. I could make that switch right now, but we're clicking off some good miles here, so... I mean, I want to mess around in the Delmarva Peninsula much, much more than I have, but since I'm not taking 95, let's mess around in North Carolina and visit some of those small towns. We are back, Junebug. .75 in South Carolina. I like the sound of that. Well, Yvette, I'm going down the Delmarva Peninsula right now on Route 13, and very much enjoying it, as usual. I like this ride. Then I'm going to take Route 17 through North Carolina, and then I'll hop over to 95 sometime in South Carolina, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking Highway 17 is going to be nice. I think I've been to most of those towns along 17, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah, well, R2D2 is due for an oil change right now. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'll just sort of push it out to get down to Florida, but well, maybe I'll check the oil next time we stop. But R2D2 is definitely in need of an oil change. In fact, if I see like a Jiffy Lube not Jiffy Lube, I don't like those, but like a 10-minute lube thing, 10-minute oil change thing, I might stop and just do it right along here. If I see one. Because we're actually overdue by a little bit. By about 1,000 miles, we're overdue. R2D2 does deserve an oil change. I believe it. Yeah, I checked the tire pressure in Denver, but I should go around and check it all again. I mean, that was a long time ago, Denver. Many moons and miles ago. Good point. Lots of temperature changes. I agree. Yeah, I had my sister look at it, and she didn't really see much of a difference. So it might just be a lighting thing. She sort of felt my neck. She didn't really feel anything. So I think I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Or, well, you're going to keep an eye on it. Yeah, what's more worrisome is I have a little mark, a little raised mark on my stomach. And I sent a picture of that to my primary care physician, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. Okay. So yeah, I should be able to make it like all through most of North Carolina today. It's still early. It's only 10:30. This is the good thing about getting up and getting going in the morning, is you make such a better productive time. Bagel does feel better. She's not panting right now, and she's in the back seat, just quiet as can be. It's like I don't even have a dog back there. She's so quiet in the car. When she's happy, she's quiet in the car. When she's upset, she pants a little bit. No, unfortunately, this little mark on my stomach, it's raised. You know, when you run your finger over it, you can feel it. And I think that's what's supposed to be like the bad thing. You can feel it like that. So I'm going to have somebody take a look at that. And we're in Virginia. Just crossed to Virginia. Virginia Welcome Center. I wonder if the Virginia Welcome Center is as nice as the tourist center in Salisbury. Florida Keys, and I was there last winter, so I know exactly what I'm getting into. It's a little different for me down there because I don't really know anyone down there, but you know, Bagel gets all my attention down there. I'm gonna maybe look for a job, something to do a little bit while I'm down there. I need like a tour guide, tourist job. I would be good at that. Yeah, I sent a picture to my primary care physician. I mean, I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Come in and we're gonna do a biopsy," but that's gonna be a little difficult because I'm kind of like on my way to Florida right now. So maybe I'll have to get something done to it down in Florida. The Shore Flea Market, indoor-outdoor flea market. It's probably indoor today. So many like cool little things to see along here. The Bonnie's Bounty Country Store. See, that all sounds fun. I want to stop. Here's one of those Mercedes Sprinter vans ahead of me here. This is what people do van life in. Oh, no, I don't want to get over. Me and Bagel could pick up one of these and do van life. I bet she'd be a little happier in a big van. I will, yeah, Lori, I'll send that picture off to your sister. I'll do that. I got nothing to lose. See what she thinks. I could actually take a few more really good detailed ones. Remind me tonight, wherever I am in a hotel room, and I will send off some pictures to you. That's a big Mercedes Sprinter van. That's the big one. They make a small one and a big one. I think I would want the small one. As long as the bed is long enough for me. I should just bite the bullet. You know what I should do is I should take pictures of my little mark on my stomach and just post it to Facebook. Say, what do you all think? That would be the place to post it. But in any case, anybody who looks at a picture of it, yes, good, bad, yes, no, maybe, they're going to say, we want to biopsy it. So I'm going to have to hook up with a doctor down somewhere in the Florida Keys to do a biopsy. How big is the mark? It is probably the size of, I'm trying to think what it's the size of. It's not like it's not the size of a dime. It's maybe 1/4 the size of a dime. So it is not big. Lori, do I have your email? Email me at the Maine Camp Life at gmail.com and I'll send you a picture. I think it's a little smaller than a pea, but a pea is a pretty good, yeah, a pea is good. Yeah, remind me and make sure I have your email at mainecamplife at gmail.com. Heck, I can do it on live right now. Dark. Oh, I think it does have dark spots. Yeah, it does. It's dark. It does have dark spots. No question about it. There's like two little dark areas of it. Well, I'll get to Florida. Let me see what my primary care physician says. And then I'll call my insurance company and like figure out who I can see down there or who can do a biopsy. I mean, I just noticed it, like, I don't know, a week or two ago. I thought it was just like a little scab from something, but... Good. Okay. I will, I'm going to contact, I'll see what my PCP says. And I told her, I said, look, I'm on my way to Florida, so I'm not going to be able to see you or anybody in Maine. So I'll see somebody down there. Zap it, biopsy it. run this yellow. So like 85 miles to the bridge. You got it, Lori. I will do that. Wherever I land tonight, I'll do that. I'll take a bunch of pictures. Yeah, it's the size of a pea. That's about right. And it does have two, like, dark spots on it. Hello, Heidi. Welcome to some driving today. You got it. We'll go on some day trips. We'll definitely go down to Key West. We'll do some walking tours around Key West. And there's plenty of good restaurants to go out to in Key West. And in Marathon, for that matter. I'll bring you all to the Green Parrot. I'll bring you to Margaritaville. We can all order margaritas. Yeah, I know there's a guy on TikTok who does, like, in the morning, it's like in the early mornings, he goes and he walks around Key West. I was thinking about doing the same thing. Everyone, Matthew withdrawal. Jeez. Now that's silly. That's silly. But anyway, I was thinking I would just hold my phone. It's really not too obtrusive to hold the phone upright and in my left hand at my chest. Sometimes people don't even notice it when you're holding it there. When you're holding the phone sideways, it's sort of like an awkward way to hold it. and like everyone immediately notices the camera when you're holding the phone sideways. So that's the beauty of TikTok, is you can kind of hold the phone upright and then be on live and walk around, and most people don't even notice it. I should look up Vicky when I get there. Who is Vicky? Is that the real estate agent who does all the Key West videos? Well, hey, they're not free. I mean, they're free for you. Sawmill Park. Yeah, I had to go dark for a couple days. Goes your day. Just put me off to the side and yeah, I like a good farmer's market. I like a good antiques store. I like a good Irish pub. I like a good waterfront dive bar. Every once in a while, I like a good fancy hotel. Well, you're welcome, Laurie. I'm not sure what you're thanking me for. Sending you the pictures, which I will do, to send to your sister, or thank you for sharing the travel. Either way, you're most welcome. I don't know whether to take the time to go into Cape Charles or not. Cape Charles is such a cute town. I like it so much. But if I'm going to do Route 17 all the way through North Carolina, I think I may skip Cape Charles just so I can spend maybe a little bit more time in North Carolina here. I'm not looking forward to that Florida traffic, I'll tell you that much. I'm 53. So, I don't know, this doesn't look like sort of like just one of those little brown age spots. It's actually raised and has two little black portions of it. What am I doing? Let's get gas here. Here we go. Let's get gas here. I will leave the live going, even though I will step out of the car for a moment to get gas. Be right back. Oh, we zapped up to 38 people. That's nice. All right, be right back, everyone. Oh, there's like bird sounds out here and stuff. We're getting south, and I like it. we got gas. And away we go. Full tank of gas. So what's going on? I haven't been. Do you have a contract with the weather gods? I don't know, but I have been very, very lucky. I think what I'm going to try and do before we get to the bridge, I'm going to try and raise the camera up a few inches. I think it'll give you a better view as we cross the big bridge. Just had some of those salted almonds as a snack. They're good, but they make me cough a little bit. I'm good. It's all good. Up to 30 villagers. That's nice. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I do have snacks. Famous last words. Everything's fine. Cop coming up behind me on the left. I don't think he's interested in me. But here he goes. And it's a cop going right by me, a sheriff. Thankfully, he was not interested in the village. He's got bigger fish to fry. He doesn't have his lights on, but he's headed somewhere. Yep, I caught him coming up behind me on my left. He wasn't after me. Yeah, the one cop where I was like watching the cop come towards me, and he put on his blinker and he whipped around a U-turn right behind me. That freaked me out, and I think it freaked all of you out too. It was just the perfect scenario for, hey, I see you, and I'm gonna turn around and nail you. And he didn't. And I was speeding, of course. Very lucky. That was just bad. What's the word I'm looking for? Happenstance, you know, that he was turning around at exactly that moment that I was coming along speeding. World famous chicken. Royal Farms. Yeah, all of you should go check your registrations and make sure you have an updated insurance card in your car. I have an updated insurance card. I have a license that has an address I don't live at anymore, and my registration is expired. All of these things will be fixed once I get to Florida. Ooh, look at the colors. Got some good foliage. Well, I think I drive such a boring car that it just blends in. You can see it. So yeah, my registration's expired by like 5 months. My inspection is not due though. My inspection is what they're looking for. They don't really look at your license plate unless it's right behind you. But it's just such a boring, bland car that I just don't think they see me unless I'm really doing something stupid. Good morning, Robin. Yeah, I'm in Exmoor. That's exactly where I am. Only 30 miles to the top to the bridge. Yeah, 5 months expired. I mean, like, for a full month of that, though, I've been traveling. And before that, I was, like, headed out, selling and headed out of the state of Maine. Why would I re-register the car in Maine? I just got to get down to the Keys, and then I'll register it down there. And it's not an unregistered vehicle. It's registered. It's just expired, sir. Details, details. What a nuance. Unregistered versus registered and expired. Nuance. Yeah, Sherry, I'll be on but basically all day today, I think. Yeah, we have a major fall vibe going on right here. Major fall vibe. I gotta think about lunch. Isn't there some famous clam shack place down here? I seem to remember passing some famous clam shack place down here. I could go into Cape Charles for lunch, but I think I'm going to skip Cape Charles, even though I really like Cape Charles. Port Charles? Cape Charles. No, Port Charles. Cape Charles. Yeah, it's Cape Charles. Port Charles is the soap opera. Only 30 miles to the big Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. You should at least stick with me for that. Yes, Cape Charles. Cape Charles. Look at this tractor on the right. Geez, look at how high this thing is. That must be good for going over cornfields. Look at him go. You'd like drive a car under him. No, Port Charles is General Hospital. Cape Charles is a real place in Virginia. It's all cotton fields next to us there. You can see to the right, that's all cotton. Look at that. Mashipongo. Alright, I passed Mashipongo. I just passed that. I thought there was one farther down here. I thought there was one more after Mashipongo. Maybe I'll wait to get into North Carolina to eat lunch. Yeah, Mashipongo I passed. I thought there was one more. Yep, Bagel's right in the back seat. Yep, she's a good traveler. Well, she's good in the car for short trips. She's a little out of sorts on this trip. This is too long for her. Yeah, lots of changes, and dogs don't like change. Dogs like a schedule. Yep, the reunion video is posted. You can see the minute I pulled up. Bagel ran after me. Maybe Bagel will learn after I do this for a few more times. She'll learn this is just part of the deal. Aw, Robin. Yeah, she'll be happier once we hit the condo. Alright, 20 miles to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. Thanks to that nice lady in Maryland, I have a real North Carolina map now, so I'm very pleased about that. Yeah, that's just a little rattled. I don't think there's much I can do about that. I haven't been to St. Augustine in a long time. I'm going to zip right by it. I probably should make a point of getting off at St. Augustine. It's been a while since I've been there, but I liked it very much. Sorry, puppy. Okay, we're at the town of Eastville. Yeah, we're hitting the perfect, I shouldn't say perfect, but very close. Looks very close to just perfect. High foliage, high color time. As you get down here, this is another reason I really like this trip. Once you get down here, very little traffic. But I mean, the traffic situation absolutely blows up once you cross the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. But then you're into like Norfolk, Virginia, and those are not small towns these days. But with a little bit of luck, we'll hit 64 for just a little bit, and then we'll hop on to 17. And I think 17 will be really pretty through North Carolina. Well, I don't want to cruise too fast along here, I'll tell you that much. How many times have I driven to Florida? Well, I drove there last winter. I drove there a couple times in college. I don't know, not that many times, but probably more times than a lot of people. Like over the whole course of my life, maybe, 7 or 8 times. Very much so. She's very interested in South Carolina. Yeah, I don't want to mess with a Virginia cop today. Nope, not with an unregistered vehicle. So, I mean, I'm going fast right now. I'm going 68. But that is not, like, obscenely breaking the speed limit or anything. I probably shouldn't be going 68. Considering I bet the speed limit along here is 55. Here's my expired registration. my driver's license with an address I don't live at anymore. And then here's my insurance card, which I believe is up to date. So I think I printed out a new insurance card. Yeah, no, I'm keeping a low profile here. I am in the process of moving. That is exactly what I would say. Absolutely. Well, and I don't think the crying thing works very well for guys. It works very well for very attractive women. It does not work for guys to cry. I mean, believe me, if I thought it would work, I would do it. I just don't think me crying is going to do much for a cop. Yeah, I'm on a lucky streak here. Let's keep it going. All right, we're gonna pass Cape Charles. Kind of sad to pass Cape Charles. I like that town. I have the lucky green chip. It's right in my leather bag. Speaking of chips, I have some Doritos. Yeah, 55 miles per hour. $68 or $69 per hour in a 55 is definitely enough for me to get pulled over. Nice, easy traveling down here. No traffic, pretty scenery, farms. Pretty farmhouses in the distance. Shore Stay Suites. We are about 10 miles, or maybe less, from the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel. Get some snacks, everybody. Come back for the big bridge. am taking a detour through North Carolina, so North Carolina is gonna, in a good way, slow me down. I'm just not in any mood to hop out to I-95. I just drove 95 through North Carolina a month ago, and it was a mess. So screw it, and take Route 17. Pretty small towns. We'll take it easy. I think we're probably only about 5 miles from the there's like a little running trail. Five miles from the bridge, I'm thinking. Yeah, well, you know what? North Carolina, just a month ago when I drove through there, and it hasn't changed. I mean, I'm glad they're doing it. They're doing a ton of construction for whatever positive reason I'm sure that's out there. But, I mean, it was just so many miles of me and giant trucks and no shoulder. They literally have the concrete barriers directly on the white line and the yellow line. And it was just too many miles of that. And then it would break up for a little bit, and then more construction, then more construction. And it was crowded, it was slow, it was fast, it was just, I was like, this is terrible. And I am not driving through North Carolina for a couple of years. I'll drive through North Carolina, I'm just going to take the long way. Thank you, Carol. Or hang on for like a couple more minutes, Carol. We're about to go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge in just about 2 minutes. I'm going to lift this up a little bit if we can. There we go. Get you a little bit of a better view for the bridge, because your viewing experience is important to me. Now, last time I came through here about a month ago, I stopped at a couple places here. I think this time we'll just blow on through. All right, a 70-inch screen. I love it, Kathy. I've raised it up a little bit so you'll see, hopefully, just a tiny bit better. Here's the toll to cross the bridge. $14. Easy pass, all lanes. Let's do it. Let's do this. No traffic. I love it. Here we go. They always got that cop car sitting there ready to chase down somebody. Now, of course, there's concrete barriers on both sides of this bridge. I'm just hoping if I lift it up a little bit, you'll see over the concrete barriers a little bit better. No, I have no friends in the Florida Keys. That's like a true statement. I really don't. I'm gonna make some though. I'll have to look around for a job. Something easy and low stress. Here we go on the tall part. I've crossed this during a big storm one time, and it is not pleasant. Yeah, my bad storm that I went through was actually in the daytime, and it was very unnerving to look at the waves on the pilings of the opposite bridge, because you could see how high the waves were on the pilings on that bridge next to you, and you're like, well, those waves are hitting my bridge too. It was very unnerving. See if I can get in front of these trucks, get a little bit of a better view. I don't need to look in the back of a truck. I also don't want to follow those trucks through the tunnel. Yeah, it's in nice weather. This is a pleasant bridge. There's you go, puppy. Yeah, thanks for staying, Carol. I thought you might enjoy the bridge. This is a there's just not another bridge around America like this one. should be coming up to one of the tunnels here pretty soon. It's okay, puppy. I hear Bagel panting a little bit. She probably senses that she's over water. She must smell it. Dogs smell everything. So she smells that she's over water. It's okay, puppy. I hear you. I think as soon as we're off this bridge and as soon as we're through all the nonsense of Route 64, I'll stop and let Bagel out again. Yeah. I hear Bagel panting back there. She doesn't like this. Alright, here comes the first tunnel. It's okay, puppy. That's a good doggy. That's a good girl. It's okay, puppy. Now, when we were kids, I think there used to be a restaurant out on one of these artificially man-made islands. And you could park and get out and walk around. I think that's closed now. And here we go. I think I have a few followers who don't like tunnels. When I went through that 10-mile tunnel on the train, I think a lot of people said they didn't like it. Yeah, I used to have some hemp treats. I probably should stop and get some hemp treats for the dog. Yeah, you definitely want everybody to stay in their own lane here. Yep, definitely. For some reason, maybe I'm just getting older, I don't know. Just something about really high bridges sets me off a little bit. I mean, I do it. I go on high bridges. But I just as soon keep my feet on the ground. Okay, that's just the first tunnel. The Sprinter van towing the gigantic camper. These guys are serious. It's okay, puppy. You know, I misspoke before. I said there were concrete barriers on the side. It's not. Those just look like regular steel barriers. So you get to see a little bit better. I'm definitely watching the road right now, so if there are comments, I'm not seeing them. R2-D2, now is the time to hold up and keep going. Yeah, fishing pier and restaurant closed. Almost there, puppy. Almost, Bagel. I don't think I'm speeding. Well, I probably am. Alright, so they're definitely doing something at this second tunnel, because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 gigantic cranes out here. We are entering the second tunnel here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cranes here. There's some tugboats, some barges, and whatever this is a big deal. Yeah, I lost you in the tunnel. We're back, though. Oof, look at these walls. We're back. Now on to the final stretch here. Almost done, puppy. I don't think you can hear Bagel panting, but poor little girl. don't hold me to it. Someone can Google this. I think this bridge is 17 miles. Is that right? 17 miles? Someone can Google that real quick. But we're just about done. Looks like there's some nice homes with beaches right here. "17 miles, yep. That's a heck of a bridge. That's about as pretty as it gets right there. That is a heck of a bridge. All right, Bagel, we're done. Back on land. All right, so we're actually in the town of Virginia Beach. This is where the calm, pleasant drive comes to a grinding halt. And it's always a pain in the ass to get through here, but we'll do our best. So I'm looking to get on 64, and 64 should bring me to Route 17. It's okay, Bagel. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you're a good girl. We're all done. Yeah, no more water. A good girl. Yes. You're a very brave puppy. You are a very brave puppy. Yes. Very brave. Alright, I saw a sign for 64 straight ahead, so let's keep going. Bagel is very brave, and she deserves a treat. It's okay, puppy. Come here. Good doggy. Poor Bagel. Poor Bagel. So upset, puppy. Yeah, so upset. We're back on land. Yeah, thank you. 64 south to 17. She's a brave girl, not a big girl, brave girl. She's very brave. Yes, very brave. Yeah, I'll watch my speed in North Carolina. I've had my experience with North Carolina cops in high school. I do not wish to meet them again. That's the old proverbial been there, done that. Nope, I'm all set. Let's just take it easy through North Carolina. We're back in sort of tourist explorer mode here. Poor baby. My poor little girl. Alright, so I am still on the Northampton Boulevard. I have not seen a sign for 64 yet. Yeah, isn't that amazing? We go from the rural, just farm towns and farming communities with no traffic to boom, Virginia Beach. I think I won 64 east or west. Yikes. I think I won it west. I'm doing this right. 64 west. Oh, good puppy. Alright, so this is new territory. I've never really done it this way. I might have to pull over here and check the map. Are my comments frozen? Can people still comment? I think my comments are frozen. Oh, okay, testing comments. All right, it's there. So, if somebody could help me out who's near a computer with a map, I took 64 west. Does that bring me to Route 17, or should I have taken 64 east? I could have sworn it was 64 west, but I have a feeling I'm wrong. So I am going 64 west. My car actually says northwest. I need a little map team help, yes. It's just something tells me that I'm not going to hit 17 going this direction. Alright, so 17 is still coming. I'm going 64 west and Route 17. Alright. I'm at exit 277, Tidewater Drive. I'm at the Virginia Zoo, Old Dominion University. Yeah, I just, somebody double checked, but I wouldn't mind a triple check. I'm on 64 west. So I got off the bridge, it said to 64 to 64. 64 would bring me to Route 17, but then I had to choose 64 west or 64 east. So I chose 64 west. I'd love to see like a sign saying 17 or something. And now I'm headed north. I should be headed south. I'm headed north. Physically north. I'm at the intersection of 64 West and Bayview Street. pick an exit and I'm going to pull over here. I'm about to go through another tunnel here. Alright, let me pop off here real quick. Have I passed 460 South? No, I don't know. I have not seen 460 South yet. I'm still on 64 West and I'm about to go through a tunnel. Well, it was on 13 all the way till it said 64 East and West. Alright, I'm gonna get off the next exit, but I think I gotta go through a tunnel first. Should have said 64 East. Okay, so I went the wrong way. It should have been 64 East. My gut is telling me this is the wrong way. I don't know if you can see it. I see 2 aircraft carriers over there on the left. Big ass military base. That's the inspection station. I can't get off there. Alright, let me get off this West Ocean View Avenue. And I'll take a look at the map here. And then I have an idea. Gonna pop a fake address into Red Town in North Carolina. Look for some place to pull over. I know, puppy. I'm sorry. Here we go. 7-Eleven. This is perfect. All right, here we go. Let's see. Give me just a minute, everyone. All right, there we go. So let's go. All right, so I popped a fake address into Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And that'll sort of get me going in the right direction into my car GPS. So it wants me to turn around here. So let's turn around here. We're going to trust the blue line at this point. Because I know 17 goes to Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And so it is directing me to Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Yeah, I'm going to take 60. That's what it's trying to do. It's actually putting me back on 64 the opposite direction. And we get a little neighborhood tour here. I think that's all beach off to our right here. So this is a little beach community here. Now we want to get out of all this traffic in city, get down into a little bit more rural area, and then we will get lunch. You just stay in the back and be quiet. That gives me a green, so I'm going to do it. All right, 64 East, here we go. Am I getting a lane here? What am I getting? Yep, I have got a lane. All right, let's do it. All right, we are back on track now. Back on track. We got it. We'll get out of all this built-up area and find a crab shack or something fun for lunch. I suppose I could drive the whole Outer Banks, but I don't know if I'm up for that. We'll do 17. Yeah, there's a lot of construction going on along here. Another reason I came this way is to avoid the construction, but you can't avoid it all. I don't know if I'm gonna drive the whole Outer Banks. I don't know about that. Yeah. Don't know about that. I like the Outer Banks too. And this would be a good time of year to do it because there'd be no traffic. It'd be beautiful and no traffic. Tell you what, let's get out of this nonsense first. Let's get south of all this nonsense, and then I can think a little bit more clearly. Yeah, this is basically what it looks like all the way through North Carolina on I-95. Concrete on both sides and trucks are surrounding you. And everybody's driving 70 and 80. No, thank you. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's possible to drive the entire Outer Banks. Yeah, there's a road, I think, through almost all of it. You absolutely can. I don't know if I want to take that on this trip. But, I mean, get someplace where I can get some food and relax for a second. Get Bagel some running time. And then make a decision about which way we want to do this. Yeah, I think there's a couple places you take a ferry on the Outer Banks, no question about it. The problem with, I shouldn't say the problem, but the nice thing about doing the Outer Banks is I'm going to want to stop like 500 times at like every little sign that says, you know, this viewpoint, this state park, whatever. I'm going to want to stop, and that's just going to hold us up for a couple days to do all that good stuff, which is good stuff to do, don't get me wrong. Robin Hood Road. I used to live on a Robin Hood Road years ago. Okay, moving right along now. Alright. We still gotta get out of all this nonsense. Let's get south a little bit more and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Go for a sandwich at some point here. So you guys are not the only ones who are hungry. Well, we were lost for a little bit there. Not a big deal. My little internal sense of direction was saying something might be not right. But it was my own fault. I should have known before I took that east or west what I was doing. Wrong turn, no lunch. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart, Ann. But we're on the right track now. That much we know. My GPS is showing 5 miles to the next turn, and so that is probably going to be Route 17. And then that puts us in the right direction here. .464.17 south. There it is. We are back on track. Vehicle is sleeping. And yeah, that was a little smart car we passed back there. Perfect. South. Alright, we'll take 17 South for now. We can always bounce out to the Outer Banks if we decide to. But we'll get on 17 for now. Alright. Made it through Virginia Beach. What a mess that was. Looks like a fake mountain on our right there. That strikes me as trash dump. Covered up trash dump. Although I don't see any seagulls. Always see seagulls around trash dumps. All right, I just saw a sign for Donald Swamp Canal Trail. I'm thinking that might be an excellent place for me and Bagel to get out of the car for a little bit. It said 3.5 miles on the left. It's not lunch, but at least I can get Bagel out to run around a little bit. And it's 69 degrees outside. That is gorgeous. Well, I just passed the Dismal Swamp Canal Trail. I wonder what that was. I'd like to go visit Dismal Swamp. Where'd you vacation? Dismal Swamp. Rest area at milepost 4. Alright, let me see where I am. South 17, I saw milepost 9. I may have passed milepost 4. Not see any rest area though. I may have just blown past it. I think we're going to stop at that Donald something Canal Trail. Get the dog out for a few minutes. Get me out for a few minutes. Yes, I just passed Dismal Swamp State Park. I just passed that, but I think there's another one up here. Donald something or Don something Canal Park. It should be coming up soon. I saw Dismal Swamp. It must be a happy place. Oh, I think someone said that. Happy place. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's just that Blue Star Memorial Highway. The other one too. Hear Bagel panting. I gotta get her out of this car. I gotta get me out of this car. I do have an orange vest for Bagel. But I'm gonna keep her on the leash when I let her out here. This Donald Swamp area here. Let's go in here and turn around because this is the wrong direction here. Don't worry, puppy. We're picking a spot here. I hope you folks don't mind if I use your driveway. Please do not mind me. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's find some place around here. Oh, Dismal Swamp Canal Trail. Road closed ahead. Great. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. All right, let's go find something else. Keep going. Sorry, Bagel. I thought that was going to be something we could stop at. Maybe we'll keep going. Maybe we'll find another one. No, there's a bunch of no parking signs around there. The road closed. No, I need something. Let's keep going here. That was dismal. That was dismal. Yeah. I'll take a regular old rest area here, but I don't think there is any around here. Shell station. I'll take almost anything at this point. I'd rather found some sort of little rest area, trail, state park, something. I've been lucky in this trip. I've been able to find those places. But I think this time I've lost out. I really am in the middle of nowhere this time. Well, there it is. Welcome to North Carolina. Camden County, North Carolina. There's a little town coming up called South Hills or South Mills or something. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. No, I think we already missed Dismal Park State Park. Unless North Carolina has a Dismal Swamp State Park. But we're in North Carolina on Route 17 now. We just crossed the state border about 5 minutes ago. Alright, here's a sign coming up. Let's see. Rest area 1 mile tourist info center. Perfect. We got it. Rest area in a mile. Hear that, Bagel? Rest area next to right. You can see a little hiking trail symbol here. Oh, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Dismal Swamp State Park, next right. Alright, let's get off here. It's not exactly a sandwich, but it'll do for now. Alrighty. Pet exercise area. Good enough for me. Oh, got some sailboats over there. Alrighty. Alright, I think we're gonna have to end this. Thank you very much. I will go live as soon as we get back in the car again. It'll give the chance for my phone to cool down a little bit too. So thank you, everyone. I'll be back online in just a little bit.